All right, good morning, everybody. We're going to go over how to send out a holiday command email with some of the new designs that got put out. So let's just jump right into it. Share my screen here. All right, that's good.
Hey, Mike, where are those designs? Are they in Command?
Yeah, we're going to design one and we're going to pretend send it.
Awesome. Thank you.
So first thing you want to do is just be sure in your settings that you have command email set up. So it'll just be one of the apps. So just make sure you have that set up. And essentially all you're doing is just picking a plan. You get 5,000 emails a month for free. So for most people that should be enough. But if you want to send more, if you have a larger database, then they have some email plans that you can upgrade to. So then when you click manage, so you can manage a subscription. If you find maybe 1 month you plan on sending more than another, then you could just upgrade for the month and then you could back it back down. And this is also where you will choose your reply to email too. So if anyone replies to this mass email that you'll send out, it'll come directly to whichever email is your reply to email. Okay. So to start, we're going to go to designs first and find the email that we want to send and create it. So we'll go to designs and then we will click the plus button down here to start a design. And we'll click on email and we'll click next. So then it'll take us to all of our templates here that we have from KW. So we can either sort through those. We could sort through any ones that we have already created and update those. We could import our own HTML email that we created on another platform. I've never done that, so I'm not really sure what that would look like, to be honest with you, but you can do that if you're familiar with how to create HTML emails. Or you can create a whole new template on your own. So for the purpose of this one, we're just going to go through and pick one of the holiday ones. So we have 41 templates total. So let's load more and see if we can find the classic, approachable. I was just here because I just sent it on Friday.
There's a classic Happy Holidays.
Did I miss it?
It's on the right-hand side, Mike. Scroll down.
There we go. We got a Happy Thanksgiving, Happy Spring. Here we go. Happy Holidays. That's probably that's a good one. All right, so then we'll click that. We'll hit next. And probably just want to give it a title, something that is different probably from the base title, just so you can remember it. Anytime it has this stuff, so this is going to be an image of, it's going to be the KW Dulles image. You could change that if you want and put any image you want just by dragging this over. And then you can put any image you want as the header. So you can just click on it, hit the garbage button, delete it, and that'll go away. If not, it's going to auto-populate the KW Dulles image there. Same with all these images. All these are changed. You can change these with images from your computer. You could delete it and update. It has some verbiage here. So how this works is it says dear, and then so it has this little star, then contact first name. So what does it? It picks up the contact card, and whatever the first name is on the contact card, it's just going to throw it in there. So you don't have to make a custom email for everybody. So it's just going to use the first name, and you could change the words around here. And then it's going to say agent first name, and this is going to be whatever is in your agent profile on command. It will be the first name it throws in there. right? And then, so, I mean, essentially it's all set up. You might want to change the words around a little bit or update the pictures. If you wanted to, you could throw a video in there. I don't believe it actually has the ability to play the video from the email. But what you'll end up doing is you'll put a link to essentially an uploaded YouTube video. So you could, if you wanted to, find a spot for a video. But I mean, this is it's a holiday email, so video might be cool. Or if you're also using this to promote like a pie event, you could throw the event block in there to try to garner some interest in some of those holiday events that I've seen a lot of agents throw, like for instance the pie event, or whatever else you may have planned. So this is very similar. You're going to see the same. If you were to create an email from scratch, you're going to see all of these exact same widgets is what they're called. Just in these templates, they essentially have placed all of the widgets and they filled everything in for you already. So really all you're doing is, looking at it, see if you like it. And me personally, if I get too hung up in details, I just won't do something. So I'll change a few of the words around. I don't mind the picture. It's cool. And then I just get the business of sending it out, because sending something is better than sending nothing. And I don't think this is that bad at all. I know this kind of looks messy with all of these things, but you are able to check out a preview of what it looks like when all these are filled in. So like I said, it's going to have the KW Dallas up front. And I know all that stuff looks messy, but it works out to be, your picture that you have uploaded into your marketing profile, and then your license number and all of these things that you already have. And then, your logo. So it looks messy on the onset, but it's just there to show you. And what I mean by that, see how essentially these are just designations to pull in this information from your marketing profile. Right? Does that make sense, everybody?
Yep, looks good.
Awesome. So, and I say this pretty often, but it's just it's very important to have your marketing profile completely filled out, because it gets rid of the need to keep having to do this over and over and over again. It just auto-fills a lot of these marketing pieces.
Mike, was there a way to automate or designate a list of names though? Like, because it says dear, insert name. Does it run through, can you get it to run through your contacts or something like that? Contact.
Yeah, that's what it pulls from. And when we get to the email section of when we send it, I'll show you how to create the list.
Okay.
So what we would do here is, I don't think I have a classic Happy Holiday one, so I will just go ahead and save and exit this one. And then, so now we have our email created. So now we're going to go over to campaigns. And what Judy said, we're going to have to make a list first of who we're going to send this email to. So over here, we have this button called Configure Lists. So I'm going to do this first. It helps if you have your database, how do I put it, kind of already sorted with tags. Tags are very important. It allows you to filter your database very quickly based on who people are to you and your business. And what I mean by that is, for example, I have my database, and I put this out so many times, but all of my sphere is designated as either A+, A, B, or C. So I know that I can sort my database by those letters, and I know that I'm only getting my sphere. So what I did is, when I created my list, is I did it by tags. And I just clicked all my tags. And I knew that I was getting my entire sphere when I did that. You don't have to go that deep. You could just, if someone's in your sphere, you could just give them a tag of SOI, right? And then you only have to click one tag and it'll pull in your entire SOI. So, there's different ways to get those people in here. And then, so I clicked all of the tags I wanted, and then all I would do here is just select all. And now I have, that list of people. So The one thing I haven't noticed, and is that when you update your, say, SOI, you know, you have an open house and you meet someone and you now consider them part of your sphere, you're gonna have to update your email list. It doesn't automatically add people to it. So as you can see, I have 100 contacts selected now. And if you look over here in the gray, there's only 98 in that other list. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just update this SOI list. SOI, and then I'm gonna confirm. So now I have that one. So I'm just go ahead and delete this one. And now I have an updated list. And the reason I did that is because I added a couple more people to in my, you know, A+ through C list. So now I have a 100% updated list. So we have our list. I'm gonna go, we don't have to go back to emails. We can just hit create a new email campaign. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hit create new campaign, and we're gonna make this an email campaign. And, you know, is it probably more like brand awareness? If you're using it, if you went ahead and threw in, you know, a pie invite, maybe it's event awareness. I'm not really sure what's the purpose of choosing the goal is. I think maybe it's to go back and look at how each one performed. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. It doesn't affect how it gets sent out or anything. But what you want to do here is you want to put a name up here. So we'll do happy holiday. Happy holiday email. If you're using MailChimp, you can still send, you can still use MailChimp here, but for the purposes of this, command email has been working just fine. So I'm going to set up using command email. So we'll set up campaign. Please select the goal. All right, they're going to force me. We'll just do brand awareness. That's probably closest to what this is really. So we'll set up the campaign. And so we'll start off here. We already know we're using the command email. We're using that email. Now the list. So we just created this list. So this should populate all of the lists that you have created. So you can have, like, for instance, you can make a list of all of your, let's say you have a farm, you know, that could be a farm list. You have your SOI list. You have your, maybe even more parsed down from SOI. You have like your top 100 people or something like that list, or just family list or something like that. Or maybe your investor list. You want to send an investor email. But for this, we'll go ahead and choose the only list I have, which is SOI. Again, you're able to update the sender and reply to email. The subject is going to be happy holidays from Potential. And then this is where we're going to go ahead and choose the content, which is the email that we created. It automatically goes to my templates. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that one, the one we just made. Give it one more once over. It gives the ability to change it once again. If maybe you missed something, you want to give it a quick once over. Oh, this thing's in my way. Okay, so then we'll save and exit. And then over here again, you're going to get a preview of what it's going to look like. Right? You can send a test email. You can preview it. The previewing it allows you to see what it'll look like on different devices. So this is like what a computer will look like, on a tablet, and then on a phone. It's gotten better. The mobile version of our emails has gotten a lot better. It used to look, well, bad. It just looked bad. So they've gotten better at figuring that out. So at this point, we can save a draft. We can go ahead and send it to everybody. Or let's say we started this in you know, we're big overachievers and we like to do stuff months before they're due. That's not me. But a lot of people are that way. We can go ahead and schedule this. Like, let's say we started this in August. You could have made this holiday email and scheduled to go out, you know. So I think you can do it up to 12 months from now. You can schedule these up to a year. 30 minutes from now to 12 months. So you could, like, let's say you just you want to schedule a monthly email to go out, and you went ahead and created all the content for 12 emails. So you could schedule, you know, your whole, I guess you'd have to wait till January to do the whole year of next year, I suppose, right? Or maybe middle of December, and then you could do 2021, since you can only do 12 months, if that makes sense anymore. Like I couldn't do all of next year in November because I wouldn't be able to schedule a December email because that'd be further than 12 months out. That's all I mean by that.
Your list won't be up to date though, so it's probably not a good idea to schedule too far out.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe you're able to go in there and update your list for scheduled emails. I have to look into that. But yeah, you're right. So I don't, and again, I'll need to check on the pipeline of, you know, as we update, you know, those people that should be on those lists, like maybe there should be some type of like auto update feature for email lists. So, but I don't, at the same time, I don't know if I update the list, like let's say I schedule those emails, and I'm just thinking hypothetically here of how it could work. Because I don't know the answer, is if I updated the list and I already scheduled the emails, is it going to be sending the email from the original list, or is it going to pick up the updated list? If that makes sense. I don't know. I'll have to find that out too. I need to write this down, or else I'll never remember. Let me write that down. Email list updating. Because those are good questions to ask, I think. Okay, so like I said, we can save it as a draft, not send it. We could schedule it for 12 months in advance, whenever we want, or we can send it right now. And then you're all done, essentially. What you want to do at that point is, since I already sent one, I'm not going to send another one to my sphere. We'll go to emails. And then it shows, I guess I only have, of those 100, I don't have emails for all of them. I have most of them. So I guess that's like, I have 80% of their emails. I should probably get the rest of them, but so that's how many went out. I'm not sure if this is updated correctly because I know more than 3 people opened it. I'm kind of an odd number, just 3. But as you can see here, it showed I mailed one in the last 30 days to 78 people. And then it also gives you an update on how many emails you have left to send as well out of that 5,000. And if you have people set up on monthly neighborhood nurtures, so they'll get that monthly email about around, you know, their neighborhood and solds and things of that nature, that also is counted into your command email number as well, as part of that 5,000. So you could technically get up there pretty quickly if you're sending, you know, 3 to 4 emails to a database of like, you know, 500 people. So just be aware of that. So this wasn't too terribly difficult. I just wanted to do, you know, since we have the holidays coming up, I thought this would be a good way for you guys to set it up. Are there any questions or anyone have any, did I go too fast on one spot? Did you miss a click, or, you know, let me know.
I think that was great, Mike. I appreciate it.
Awesome. If no one has any questions around how to email out the holiday email, if there's any other command questions that I could help with, I'd be happy to as well right now.
So as far as MailChimp is concerned, can you actually do a physical mailer out of there too? Like a postcard or?
Well, MailChimp, I don't believe is set up to do actual USPS mail, no. That would be the direct mail function. So very similar to emails, you'd have to do the, you know, the marketing piece first and designs.
Yeah.
And then you would set up the campaign, and I can do a training on that.
Okay.
That's something.
But there's so many different sources to do that, and I'm just confused. I mean, I've got banner season that's knocking every day, and there's so many. I just don't know where it's more efficient, because I have to upload on banner season one by one. But if Command has something that I could go to my database and just do it by clicks, it'll just make life a lot easier.
Yeah, command would probably just take all the addresses you have for your database and send out based on that.
Right. You can just select them and categorize them as you did on the email, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, because banner season, I gotta just physically go one by one, take pictures, and
I've had some success. So with your Bright membership, you also are they upgraded us to like a pro version of Remind. I actually used Remind to send a mailer after I had a listing sold in May, and that was really easy because Remind just lets you put a what do you call it? A ring around a circle, like around a neighborhood, and just pretty much just send to that box of homes. And the designs.
Oh, Remind?
Remind, yeah, it's in your MLS, and then under I think market research, and then Remind Pro.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Just happen to have the MLS there up.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys showing up. I hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving.
So are you?
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, my pleasure. Any other questions you couldn't think of, or you think of later, shoot me an email, shoot me a text, and I'll help out.
Thank you.
Have a
Thanks
good
a lot.
one.
Happy
Thanks,
holiday.
Mike.
Happy
Hope
holidays,
everybody
guys.
has a great Thanksgiving.
You too. Take care.
Likewise.
Bye-bye.